Hello there, this is Akata Vester. Thank you for joining me for today's podcast. Today I would like to talk about Venus in Cancer, which will stay for 3 weeks, joining Mars that is already in Cancer. I just want to say hello before I go into the details. See you later. After the lunar eclipse, we move through a big change with the emotional body as Venus moves out of Gemini and into Cancer, joining Mars, which is already in Cancer. The goddess of love and beauty make it through the tricky territory of Gemini and now open the door to nurturing Cancer. Embraced it with a wave of comfort that will enhance all Venusian aspects of life. How we process our feelings is a function of the planet of love, and the sign Venus can have an impact on how we move through intimacy and connection. In Gemini, that process is light and breezy, and we want to connect as a driving force. But we may not be as prepared to go deep. Venus in Cancer will be more vulnerable and tender with love and intimacy. But there is a tremendous need for safety in this sign, and you may find yourself more emotionally inhabited over the next 3.5 weeks. On the flip side, Venus moving through this cardinal water sign. Cardinal start things up, and water allows for emotional connection, may deepen intimacy and vulnerability in your relationships. Also, Venus in this sign may have many of you putting your own needs first, as Cancer is where we learn self-care. Venus is about feeling a sense of harmony and attraction, which informs all relationships with people and things. Venus, sensuality, love, harmony, and pleasure. It symbolizes attractivity, sign in which Venus is to tell us what we are attracted to, and this enables us to give or receive love and affection, beauty and happiness, values and principles. The negative side is that it represents weakness and shallowness. Venus is very caring in Cancer. It is soft, devoted, and nurturing, yet easily hurt and prone to emotionality. Relationship is seen as a way to create steps towards the goal of having a loving family that features home comforts, trust, and security. A guarded, cold exterior often covers the warm, vulnerable heart. Venus and Mars are now in the same sign. This is said to increase opportunities for finding love. They will stay together until May 20. They are meeting in Cancer, so actions will speak louder than words. How can you show that you really care? Mars is about activity, energy, courage, assertiveness. It protects our will to be uniquely self-expressive, articulated through the struggle to overcome. Mars greatly softened its assertiveness when in Cancer, and tends to operate in a cyclical rhythm, forward and back like the tide, gently eroding obstacles over time, and with hidden strategic purposes that are rarely discerned. It has the long-term insight, so is patience and fluid as it slowly builds an ever-secure consolidation of belonging. How to walk a meandering path towards your important goals. Mars symbolizes the need to get what we want. This means our driving force, which includes sex drive, initiatives, and courage. Mars tells us about our desires, sensuality, and courage. It also tells us about how we are able to overcome obstacles and how active we are. This day of Venus entry into Cancer, post-Scorpio eclipse, compels a consideration of tears, empathy, friendship, love, and celebrations of the loss, pain, sufferings, and change we have recently encountered. Generations of emotional overthrows, purges, and catharsis are on the table. Give the body plenty of room to maneuver as different states of being, feelings, are moving through the body. Depends on the house of transiting Venus in Cancer in your natal chart. She is now aligning in a harmonious trine with the stern and hard-working Saturn, creating an auspicious atmosphere for professional endeavors, financial agreements, rekindling with old acquaintances, embarking on new diet, and even undergoing medical procedures. On May 15, Mercury stands still, turning direct, intensifying his brilliant skills in communication, knowledge, and technology as a supportive force for all professions, especially those with a Venusian tint. Mercury is about thinking, communication, intellect, and learning. It is the planet that brings us interest in intellectual things, about teaching and learning. It also indicates into what depth we want to study certain things, It gives us natural intelligence and the ability to analyze and reproduce. On the 16th of May, Jupiter enters Taurus and will be mutually received by Venus in Cancer for a good 3 weeks. The astrology here gets quite lunar, creative, and comfortable. Jupiter enables us to expand our reach and awareness by giving confidence to grab opportunity. Growth is this planet's principle, and in the earthly way of Taurus is exemplified here by biblical Eden, gardens, forests, buildings, and general land-based material abundance. Taurus often sees such things as the final proof of life worth and gives a clue as to how your sense of self-valuing can be fully realized in material form. Finally, the Scorpio eclipse is over. However, eclipse seasons doesn't end until the next new moon in Taurus on the 19th of May. The new moon will give us a chance to smooth the pains related to the Taurus-Scorpio axis in our charts. As the eclipse gloom lessens, let hope take over. This we will talk about in our next video. Stay tuned. We close this podcast by adding some aspect of the Galactic Astrology. During the Taurus season is a great opportunity for us to make the connection with the Pleiades consciously. It is a great time to reflect if you are attached to any strong beliefs about how things should or should not be in lives of others. Do you have a stubborn drive to change them according to what you feel is best for others? The story of Pleiadians may help you to realize this in you. Humanity suffered many wars because of this trait of I know better than you. Let us now embrace and respect our unique individual journeys and allow evolution of consciousness happen for everyone in their own time. I will also do another video to talk more in details of the Pleiades constellation and how we are all influenced by its energy, one way or the other. I leave you with this beautiful quote. I choose love over fear, always. I would rather burn in the fire after touching something true than not feel anything. Victoria Erickson. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any inquiry, please don't hesitate to contact me in my website www.becominglotus.org. I will leave the link in the description box. Ayu, Eshu, Ayu. I am that I am. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. Namaste. Namaste. Namaste.